nameers? Can I get an amen? Now, can I get a hallelujah? Yeah, baby. It's the show with no name. Time for liftoff. Let's go.
8, 7,
Come on,
6,
amigos.
5, 4,
3, 2.
1, 0. Ignition.
Come on.
Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats, folks.
Get ready. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your
And
hats.
get ready for the ride of your life.
The show with no. It's show with no name time.
On Vaughn Radio.
Let's go.
All right. Welcome, show with no namers. Welcome one. Welcome all. That's for you. For doing what you need to do to improve your English. And you're not just doing what you need to do, you're doing it in style. You're doing it with a little pizzazz. Vamos a empezar con un palabrón. Pizzazz. P-I-Z-Z-A. So it's pizza con dos zetas de más al final. And pizzazz is this. Energía, vigor, vitalidad, chispa. With excitement, with a sparkle. There's your first vocabulary word of the day, pizzazz. You guys are learning English with a little bit of pizzazz. Estilo, vigor, energía, chispa. Not in that old, boring, ordinary way. That's not what we do. Not here at Vaughn. Not now, not ever. We came here to make English learning exciting. Interactive, informative. Yeah, you learn about so many other things other than just English grammar, right? Especially with someone like Richard Vaughn. Man, Richard Vaughn is a walking encyclopedia.
¿Te gustaría abrir puertas a nuevas oportunidades y estar listo para cualquier desafío? Con el máster de inglés del Grupo Vaughan podrás transformar tu futuro. Este programa intensivo te ayudará a dominar el inglés profesional, perfeccionar tu comunicación y ganar la confianza que necesitas para conseguir tus objetivos. Nuestros profesores Vaughan especializados te prepararán para afrontar en inglés todas las situaciones de comunicación en un entorno profesional. No dejes que el inglés sea una barrera. Invierte en tu futuro con el máster de inglés profesional del Grupo Vaughan. Llámanos al 91-133-5833 o entra en grupovaughan.com.
You know it, folks. We've got masters. We've got one-to-one flex. We've got group classes. It really depends on what your needs are. Your needs, your schedule, and your budget, right? Those are three important things there. But we've got you covered, no matter what it may be, whether it's, preparing for your Cambridge exam or getting your master's in English or, going away to camp. Remember, we've got summer camps, Easter camps. I'm not sure if we have Christmas camps. Stay tuned, but I know we've got a lot of initiatives coming up for Christmas and also for what's it called? Black Friday. So the best thing you can do is go to grupovon.com/cursos destacados. Again, it's grupovon.com/cursos destacados. And you can find out about all our special deals. Also, vontienda.com if what you're looking for is materials that you can download onto your phone, materials that you can take with you on your next vacation, or you can get under your favorite cozy blanket, cozy es cómodo, and really learn English. Because I believe that. I said that in my master class last week. It's so important to have your spot, your spot, tu zona, tu sitio, where you feel comfortable and you can kick back, relax, and listen to one of your favorite Vaughn radio podcasts or listen to FYI. As you guys know, you got a brand new episode of FYI that dropped last Friday. It's on the verb think. Check it out. If you haven't, you can get it wherever you get your Vaughn podcasts. The verb this week is think. Next week, we're gonna be taking a look at the verb to run, que significa muchísimo más que solo correr. So you have a wealth of amazing content. You can get all your Vaughn radio programs where you get podcasts. You can get my weekly podcast, which is FYI, and that's all free. So that's great stuff. Another way to connect with us here is to download the Vaughn Radio app. And if you have the Vaughn Radio app, it's another way you can listen to the shows, or you can download them to listen to it later. As I always say, there's no wrong way to listen to Vaughn Radio. As long as you're absorbing the English and whenever possible, repeating the structures, the vocabulary, like the word pizzazz. How many of you, serious question, how many of you repeated the word pizzazz that I taught you? Well, the odds of you remembering it and remembering how to say it dramatically increase when you repeat it. So say it with me. We're going to do today's show with some pizzazz. So let's kick off with today's pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Na 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 na. That's right, amigos. It's our pop quiz here on the show with no name. And I was just telling you, at vontienda.com, you can get all the materials you might need to help you on your English journey. And today we're going to take a look at something that was written by the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Richard Vaughn. That's right. And this book is called Vocabulario en Inglés que deberías conocer. Again, you can get it at vontienda.com. It's just one of our many vocabulary-based books. We also have Vocabulario 1, 2, y 3. That's a collection as well. So if you need to enrich your vocabulary, this is the material for you. Learning words like pizzazz, like we looked at before. That is, one of those words that we can put in the category of totally native. So we're going to listen to this little excerpt here from Vocabulario en Inglés que deberías conocer. And in this material, it's got over 4,500 vocabulary words. Yes, I'll say it again, 4,500 500 vocabulary words, useful vocabulary words that include adverbs, adjectives, what do we call them? Phrasal verbs, your favorite, irregular verbs, regular verbs, nouns, and a little bit of everything. In this way, you can enrich your vocabulary in all the different parts of speech. And it comes with over 5 hours of audio. And you know how much it costs? Under $10. Menos que 10 euros, amigos. So this is a steal. A steal es un chollo. You can say a steal, a deal, or a bargain. So we're going to listen to this excerpt right now. And as always, pay careful attention because I will have a mission for you afterwards. This is from Vocabulario en Inglés que deberías conocer.
List 33.
Al principio.
At first.
Comparado con.
Compared to. Compared with.
Algo frío, fresco.
Cool.
Durante.
During.
Énfasis.
Emphasis.
Sobre.
Envelope.
En todas partes.
Everywhere.
Divertido.
Fun.
Nieta.
Granddaughter.
Hielo.
Ice.
Además de.
In addition to.
Pedazo. Trozo.
Piece.
Educado.
Polite.
Riesgo.
Risk.
Hasta ahora.
So far.
Estable.
Stable.
Convertirse en. Llegar a ser.
To become.
Llevar.
To carry.
Copiar.
To copy.
Bailar.
To dance.
Estar en desacuerdo.
To disagree.
Levantarse.
To get up.
Odiar.
To hate.
¿Qué quieres decir?
What do you mean?
Preocupado.
Worried.
List 34.
Fondo. Parte inferior.
Bottom.
Circunstancias.
Circumstances.
Casualidad.
Coincidence.
Curso.
Course.
Sentimientos.
Feelings.
Cifras.
Figures.
Extranjero. Adjetivo.
Foreign.
Agradable.
Pleasant.
Seguro. Libre de peligro.
Safe.
Delgado.
Thin.
Comprobar.
To check.
Conversar sobre un tema.
To discuss.
Dividir.
To divide.
Notar.
To notice.
Progresar.
To progress.
Sustituir.
To replace.
Empezar.
To start.
Quedarse. Permanecer.
To stay.
Nadar.
To swim.
Escribir a máquina.
To type.
Esperar.
To wait.
Verdadero. Verdad.
True.
Vista.
View.
¿Qué clase de?
What kind of?
Maravilloso.
Wonderful.
List 35.
Según.
According to.
Anuncio. En prensa.
Advertisement.
Contra.
Against.
Dormido.
Asleep.
Mejor que.
Better than.
Cepillo.
Brush.
Cocinero.
Cook.
Pocos.
Few.
Abuela.
Grandmother.
Uvas.
Grapes.
Helado.
Ice cream.
Imposible.
Impossible.
En vez de.
Instead of.
Isla.
Island.
Más que.
More than.
Cuello.
Neck.
Ninguno.
None.
Estar de acuerdo.
To agree.
Colgar.
To hang.
Sujetar. Sostener.
To hold.
Saltar.
To jump.
Guardar. Mantener.
To keep.
Pintar.
To paint.
Elegir.
To pick.
Ver. Observar.
To watch.
¿Conoces Weekend Town? La nueva iniciativa de Vaughan.
Pues no.
Es un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. Y es nuevísimo.
A ver, cuéntame más.
Tendrás una inmersión lingüística total durante 2 días. Un total de 24 horas hablando con angloparlantes de todo el mundo.
¡Wow! ¡Qué interesante!
Ganarás confianza y soltura a la hora de comunicarte en inglés. Mejorarás tu comprensión auditiva y tus habilidades conversacionales en una situación de comunicación real en inglés. Ven a Weekend Town y te sorprenderás con todo lo que puede avanzar tu inglés en un fin de semana. Weekend Town de Vaughan. Un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés.
More information about Weekend Town, Vaughn Groups, one-to-one flex, Masters, Disney Vaughn English, or whatever your needs may be, we've got you covered. The best thing you can do is stop by in person. If you're in Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Vigo, Valladolid, Valencia, Santander, Zaragoza, come in. Seriously, we'd love to meet you. It would be an honor, and I speak on behalf, I speak on behalf of everybody at Vaughn. Stop by. If you can't stop by, you can feel free to write to us at grupovaughn.com/cursos destacados. You'll see a contáctanos. You can also reach out via social media, whatever you want, whatever works for you, but make sure you reach out and get your free level test. I mean, just to know where you're at, especially you guys who are here every day listening to the show with no name, putting in the effort. I mean, I would be curious as to where I stand. So it's a great opportunity for you to test your English, as the show after this one is called. Test Your English with Jimena Holiday and Nacho. All right. But today we're not looking at something from the material, because there is a book. The program is based on a book called Test Your English. But no, today we were taking a look at all kinds of vocabulary. And I decided for our pop quiz that we could take a look at portmanteaus. Excuse me? Portmanteaus. Oh, God bless you. Jesus. No, a portmanteau. I imagine most native speakers don't know this. I know this word because I'm a teacher, but a portmanteau is a French word, and it's a word that means a mix of 2 words. So I think the most well-known portmanteau ever is brunch, right? Breakfast plus lunch equals brunch. Did you know about dinner? Claro. And I think I don't have to tell you what 2 words are mixed to make the word dinner. Lunch and dinner. O sea, cuando cenas antes, o comes tarde, it's right in the middle there. It's dinner. Gotta have some dinner. Did you know that? Yeah. I know you know brunch because that's a popular thing. It's trendy all around the world. So those are examples of portmanteaus. Even the word internet, right? Interconnected network is a portmanteau. I mean, we don't think about it as much because it's just used all the time. Some new ones that are pretty recent, I've got to say. Cronut, a croissant, and a donut. Yeah, like we needed some more sugar there. A cronut. That's right. What about, let's see if you know this one. Froyo. Froyo. Frozen yogurt. This one's easy. Webinar. Web, in the internet. Seminar. No, un seminar. Una cumbre, un seminar. En la web, right? And so we've got a lot of them. Spork. I love that one. Spork is that spoon that's a fork. O sea, es esa mezcla entre una cuchara y un tenedor that you get sometimes on an airplane or when you get a fruit salad. Mira qué fácil la palabra Macedonia en inglés. Ensalada de fruta, fruit salad. Isn't that easy? All right, so I want you. I think together we can come up with a lot of really good portmanteaus. And I've been, if you're following me on social media, I shared, if you need ideas, I shared some recently. This past weekend, I shared 4 or 5, and last weekend. So if you need ideas of portmanteaus, I gave you other examples too. Brunch, dinner, froyo, frozen yogurt, as I said. And the list is endless. I mean, we really use these a lot. And I want to see which ones we can get today, chatting with our students who are very, very creative. Also, question of the week. Thanks to everybody who participated last week. Great job. We heard about the scariest thing that's ever happened to you. Well, this week, we're going to thank our friend Anix. Anix has given me a lot of great questions. And again, if you guys want to contribute to the show with a double trouble or something like that, send it to me. Send it to me. I'd love to hear from you. All right? So this week's question of the week, give us your health tips. How do you stay in shape? How do you stay healthy? And I don't just mean physically, right? We all know that mentally, physically, so how do you stay healthy? What are some of your wellness tips, right? And I think this will be really good because aside from looking at some really interesting vocabulary in English, we'll be sharing some maybe life-changing tips. So Anix, honestly, it's a great one. That is health tips, okay? Your wellness. I say wellness because I mean mental health too. What do you do to stay sane, to stay in shape? And you can share those tips with us. And hopefully, like I said, maybe somebody else will discover one of your tips or you'll discover somebody else's tip. Another way to say the word tip is a pointer. Let me give you a couple pointers. Let me give you a couple tips. So if you'd like to participate in the question of the week, and I urge you to, insto, why? Well, don't you want an opportunity to speak? Here it is. There it is. You got it every week. And on top of it, I can help you become more confident, become a better speaker. So tell us your wellness tips. What do you do to keep yourself healthy, to keep yourself fit mentally and physically? Because as we know, we can't separate those two. And some would even argue spiritually speaking, no? Like, ¿cómo estás de ánimo, de espíritu? So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And remember to send them to me as soon as you can, guys. Remember, you want to be my favorite students. You know how you do that? You get stuff to me early, because the sooner I can get your audio, I put it through my my editing software just to make sure. Some of them, guys, some of your audios, I don't even have to touch because the levels are perfect. So some of you, I don't know, have you done this before? And other ones, it's no problem. It just takes me a second. What I do is if there's some parts that are very low or something, I try and fix the audio because, I want everybody to be able to hear you. So if you'd like to participate, send it to me ASAP. What are your wellness tips? And we'll take a look at them on the show this coming Friday. All right, amigos, we've got to go to a quick commercial break right now. I can't believe it. The first part of the show has flown by. We've got a lot of fun stuff to cover. We're going to kick off with our Double Trouble. Then we're going to take a look at your pop quiz answers, your portmanteaus. We've got our spelling bee, homophones, Double Trouble, name that movie, name that lyric, and so much more. So stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back. It is part 2 of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget to listen to all our amazing programs. You've got the Pro Bow Show with my buddy Rob Grams. It's a great way to start your day on the right foot. Empezar con buen pie. To start on the right foot. After that, you've got No Excuses with my buddy Fitz. What a great master class you can sit in on. Ser partidario, no estar sentado como en ello. You can sit in on Fitz's class every morning. It's called No Excuses. You've also got Chris Frank with Frankly Speaking. Can make a cocktail with Chris every day as you kick your shoes off and relax after a tough day at work. But you're in good hands on your commute home because my buddy Kyle Miller will get you from the office to your house in style, in English, on drive time. You've also got Let's Get Random with Jules Linares, Speak Up with Ruby, The Salad with Dave Boys, and what was the name of the show after this one?
He-Man, I will test your English. Yes, she'll test your English.
He-Man, I will test your English with Nacho. Yes. Come on.
Wow. That's right, Test Your English is on Vaughn Radio every day at 12:30 with Jimena and Nacho.
Don't miss your favorite programs, my amigos. Download the free Vaughn Radio app and you can learn English with us wherever, whenever. All right, folks, time for the Say What soundbite. Yeah,
Say what?
yeah, yeah. Say What soundbite on the show with no name. Come on now. Say What soundbite. Come on now. Say what soundbite on the show with no name. All right, I got today. I've got a great say what soundbite. I'll tell you one thing. I freaking love this person. I totally love this person. I mean, what else can I say? This person is sassy. Sassy. Pícara, fresca, descarada, atrevida. She is sassy. She's very vocal. Vocal es un false friend. No es un vocal. Un vocal is a vowel. Vocal means que no esconde su opinión, right? Se hace oír, right? Another way to say somebody's vocal, outspoken. So see, we just learned 3 adjectives talking about this person. Sassy, pícara, salá. As you say in Spanish, salá. Vocal, outspoken, unapologetic. Toma. Now you get why I like this person? That's how I am. I'm, kind of like that. Only I'm not nearly as well known as this person. Well, at least maybe in Spain. I don't know if you guys know this person very well. All right, well, either way, let's listen to the Say What soundbite for the first time. Now, there's something at the beginning that you're going to hear. A man says something. That part is the bonus. So if you can write down what the man says too, not later on. Later on, he's speaking like he's trying to speak over her, and he can't. So here's the thing. Give me everything the woman is saying, okay? And if you can, it'll be a bonus part. Give me the thing the man says at the beginning as well. Good luck. I don't think it's going to be that easy today.
I don't understand how the kids could have ruined the roof getting a Frisbee.
I don't understand what you're saying, sir. You're mumbling. What were the children doing on the roof? I've lived in houses my whole life. I have 5 children. I have 13 grandchildren. I never saw them on the roof. If a Frisbee ends up on a roof, only one person has to go up there and get it.
All right. Whoa. Relentless, despiadada. She does not sound like she's going to put up with any bullshit. No va a aguantar tonterías, right? I think that's one thing. You can hear it in her voice. She's like, I don't think so. Va a ser que no, amigo. All right? No. What did you think of that first line there? Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I warned you. I tried to warn you. I said, oh, man, that first one's going to be myself. Hey, there are a lot of people that talk like that. And sadly, you have to understand them just as much as you have to understand somebody who speaks clearly. The same in any country you go to. All right, let me give this to you for the second time, and then we'll see if we can make some sense of it together.
I don't understand how the kids could have ruined the roof getting a Frisbee.
I don't understand what you're saying, sir. You're mumbling. What were the children doing on the roof? I've lived in houses my whole life. I have 5 children. I have 13 grandchildren. I never saw them on the roof. If a Frisbee ends up on a roof, only one person has to go up there and get it.
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así de gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damián, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
vaughantienda.com.
It's the shit.
That's right. My latest book, This Book is the Shit, makes a great Christmas present. So check it out if you haven't. You've got a plethora, a wealth of other books, and they're all available at, they're more than books. Cuando digo la palabra books, se queda corta. It's not enough. They're materials. They're resources that will get you not just understanding English, enriching your English, but if you do them correctly, these materials will get you speaking English as well, which is something we always stress here on the show. All right, let's see who's with us in the house. We'll see who's ready to participate. Oh, I just shared a link, folks. Some of you may know. In fact, I invited you guys to the class Show with No Namers. If you were able to be there this weekend, great. Thanks for coming to our master class. If not, no problem. I've got the audio. I just shared the audio with you so you can download it and listen to the podcast. And this weekend in our master class, I usually do one a month. We looked at tongue twisters, trabalenguas, right? Because those are really good to practice. Then we looked at wait, hope, and expect. And then we looked at a song, Hopelessly Devoted to You, from Greece. So if you haven't checked it out, I just shared the link. And if you made it, if you were there, Laura was there, Chris, there was a few people who were there. I don't remember everybody right now, but thank you once again. And if you couldn't make it, I just shared the audio. There's a link. You can download the audio and you can listen to it wherever you listen to your Vaughn podcasts. All right, let's see who's in the house today. We've got Laura. What's up, Laura? Prairies. Laura Prados. And she says, I'm here with bells on. And you got yourself a totally native. Look at that. Con muchas ganas. Well, Laura, your comment just pumped me up. Me acaba de motivar. Because if you're here with bells on, well, then I'm not going to let you down. No te voy a decepcionar. Even though you can hear it in my voice. I can't hide when I'm sick. Some people can. I can't. You know why? Because I work with my voice. So, yeah, the thing, I know many of you are like, but weren't you sick last week and then you got better? Yeah, that's the part that sucks. Vaya mierda. So I was sick, I got better, and then I got sick again, and now I don't want to say it out. I don't want to say it too loud, but I feel like I'm getting better. So, great to have you, Laura. She says, could you please spell the word pizzazz? It's pizza con dos zetas después. Pizza con dos zetas. Pizzazz. There's Chris Valrol. There she is, ready to rock and roll. She stopped by the class this weekend, too. And she says, morning, dear show with no namers, with tons of pizzazz. Awesome. I love it. Chris, you know I love it when you take a word and you use it. You know, when we're using it, because that's the best way to really remember it. And you always do that, Chris. I noticed that about you. You're quick to take a new word and find a place to use it. That's awesome. Keep it up. Guys, that's an example to follow. We already know Chris Valrol is definitely one of our ambassadors. All right, let's see. There's lovely Laura. Laura says, good morning, lovely show with no namers. I'm trying to listen to the show, but I can't participate. And it's only 11 a.m., and I'm already running out of pizzazz. Another student using the vocabulary. You girls, ladies, you're not girls, you're ladies. Well, I say girls like chicas, I mean, but wow. Does anybody want to see what a good student looks like? Well, there you go. You got Laura Prados, you got Chris Valrol, and you got Laura, lovely Laura, as I call her. And she says, but you're giving me the extra energy I need. Awesome. Glad to hear it. La palabra que se me ocurre también, I'm giving you the extra oomph. Me encanta esta palabra como suena, because it's almost like oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-doo. How many oompa, loompa. No, but this isn't oompa, loompa, but it looks like it. It's oomph, entusiasmo, energía, brío, energía. So, oomph, looking for a little oomph. Don't worry, Laura, we'll give you all the oomph you need. Oomph, oomph, oomph. That's why I love the word, because when you say it, you're like, what? Oomph? O-O-M-P-H. It's a great one. Really great one. Great, Laura. Great to have you all here. Let's see. Danny Destroy. Love your name, Danny. He says, what's up, guys? What's up, Danny? Thanks for joining us. Laura says, the man? What a mouthful. Vaya trabalenguas. What a mouthful. It's all Greek to me. Laura, another totally native? Me suena a chino. It's all Greek to me. Wow. Great job. I am blown away. I don't know what you had for breakfast, ladies, but awesome. Awesome job. Let's see. Facebook user. No sé por qué, pero el software nunca me dice quién es el usuario. Me pone Facebook user. Perdona, entonces Facebook user. Voy a leer tu comentario, pero no me deja saber quién eres. So Facebook, luego lo puedo ver si abro Facebook, pero ahora no puedo. You know what I mean? But like live, nunca puedo, verlo. So Facebook user says, ole, tú con tu energía a tope. Eres el profe DJ, no doubt about it. Yeah, and I'm under the weather. Estoy con menos energía porque estoy malito aún aquí. No, ni fiebre ni nada. Ya cansado de estar constipado. We don't say constipated. We say stuffed up. I'm sick of being stuffed up, man. It's more like a pain in the ass now. Es más como, come on. So thank you, Facebook user. Danny Destroy says, I like the beat. It's the boom bap from the, of course, 90s. There's only one thing I love more than the 90s, Danny. The 80s. It's true. All right, now, Laura Prados is the only one who participated in our Say What soundbite, and no one has given us any portmanteaus. I was expecting a lot of portmanteaus here. I thought we were going to have some fun with this. All right, well, I'll give them to you. No problem. No worries, guys. Let's see. El Facebook user is Marta Aparicio. Mejórate. Well, thank you so much, Marta. Es que no sé por qué el software no me dice tu nombre. Así que, Marta, thank you. Gracias por ese comentario. And I'm doing what I can. Listen, I went to the gym first thing in the morning today. Estaba en el gimnasio. And the sauna. The sauna is really good for this. Pero aún así, even still, going to the gym, in the sauna, and I'm still stuffed up. The word in Spanish you would say is cojones. Fuck. El tono es igual, right? Ah, shit, man. Fuck cojones. All right, let's see. Chris Valrol. Okay, Chris is participating in our Say What soundbite. She says, I heard a woman and a man who is mumbling, and she said, and she, wait, who is mumbling and says she's mumbling. So the guy said, I'm confused there with this one here. So I heard a woman and a man who's mumbling. The man's definitely mumbling, yeah. And says she's mumbling. But it's her that says to him, you're mumbling. So just, is that what you, I got a little confused there, sorry. All right, let me continue. They are discussing the possibility or likelihood. Me encanta ese likelihood, Chris. You know, I prefer likely and unlikely to probable and improbable. ¿Por qué? Probable. Likely. It's likely. He may come. It's likely. It's unlikely. He never comes, right? So they're discussing the likelihood of a frisbee ending up on a roof. Wow, Chris, great ear. Holy shit. And she says, I'd say the woman is Afro-American and she has 5 children. That's right. She's got 5 children. She is not African-American, though. But she's got that attitude. So she's got that attitude. She's from a place where even the people who don't have an attitude have a little attitude. A place I know very well. So even the nicest people have a little sassiness, un poco de frescor ahí. I've just given you a clue of where she is from. All right, so portmanteaus. Nobody knew any of them. I gave you some good ones there. Brunch, Linner, Froyo, Cronut. One of mine, and it defines my whole life story, is hangry. Hangry. It's a mix of hungry and angry. And I think it's self-explanatory. Excuse me. It's that when you get rabioso porque no has comido, my life story, seriously. A lot of times I'm like, ooh, I'm in a mood today. Hoy, ¿cómo estoy hoy? Then I'm like, hombre, no, tienes que comer algo. Yeah, okay, all right. So I notice that I'm not angry, but I get hangry, you know, because I haven't eaten and I'm just busy doing other things. Then I grab my spork. My spork, we already looked at, my spoon fork. But I like to sit inside, especially when I lived in Los Angeles. Because when I sit outside, there's a lot of smog. Smoke and fog. Se ve esto en Madrid también. Es como una nube de mierda, básicamente. O sea, es humo mezclado con neblinas. It's like, you know, that black cloud? Well, there's a constant cloud of smog. If you Google it, Los Angeles smog, you're going to be like, what? And it's a mix of smoke, no, de las fábricas y todo esto, and fog. They get together and they make this just gross, thick, espeso, and it's poison, obviously. So the next one, mocktail. To mock es una parodia, es burlarse de, to mock. So a mocktail, well, it's a mix of mock and cocktail. O sea, un cóctel sí, un cóctel virgen. So a mocktail. This is a Mississippi mudslide. Eso es muy famoso en Estados Unidos. A Mississippi mudslide es con chocolate, Kahlua, Baileys. Pero claro, lo pueden hacer, como es súper dulce, they can make it without all that, and they make you a mocktail. Some other ones. These are, by the way, the ones I'm giving you right now, I shared already. So you've got these if you want to take a look at them on my Instagram, on my Twitter as well. We've got edutainment. That's this show, right? Educational entertainment. So we're being entertained because we're singing, we're telling jokes, we're talking about movies and music and historical things and playing games. but you're learning. You're being educated on the English language. It's called edutainment. Then we've got sitcom, situational comedy. A little bit different than a series. Because how would I explain it? The Sopranos is a series. It's an hour. Every episode is an hour. It's like a little movie, right? And the locations are different. And a sitcom is, Big Bang Theory. Están en los mismos 4 sitios, los mismos 5 personas. It's situations that make it funny. Okay? So son menos elaborados los sitcoms que una serie, if we've got to split hairs, buscarle tres patas al gato. We've got rom-coms. When I was a kid, that meant Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, right? Rom-com, Julia, what's her name? Pretty Woman, that was a rom-com as well. Romantic comedy. Then we've got Anklet. We looked at this one when we looked at jewelry one day. And anklet is a mix of the word ankle and bracelet. Okay? So, what else? Frenemy. Esto es un amigo que no es tu amigo. Friend, enemy. Es tu amigo, pero es enemistad, you say, if I'm not mistaken? Friends, ¿qué sería? Friends is a sitcom. Again, they're in the same 5 There's no big story. The stories are the situations, ¿no? Entonces, si tienen 5 personajes, siempre los mismos, viene uno de vez en cuando el padre. But in Sopranos, in a new episode, you can have 30 new characters. Okay, now they're in Rome filming, so there's a lot more money, I guess, too. Whereas a sitcom, again, it's the situations that make it funny. So they're at Central Perk, they're at this, they're at that, and really it's all the same soundstage, right? So that's the thing. A situational comedy is filmed usually on a soundstage, right? Friends was not filmed in New York. All those locations are in California, okay? Same with Seinfeld. Seinfeld takes place in New York, just like Friends. They were both filmed in California. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, pero parece de verdad. Those are the exterior shots. Esos los compran, right? Compran una toma de New York. Y luego te meten en el estudio and you think you're in New York because you just saw the exterior shot. But they're all filmed. So anything that's like a half hour, los de serie que tienen los stock characters, los personajes un poco como ¿cómo se dice? Encasillados, ¿no? They're like, he's the player, él es el golfo, él es el tal, ella es la rubia tonta, right? So, yes, usually if it's a half hour, bueno, es menos de media hora porque tienes que meter la publi, then we're talking about sitcom. Speaking of publi, oh my God, folks, we've got to go. Oh my God, we've totally run out of time. We'll be right back with much more, so stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. I went off on a tangent there, and that part of the show was 27 minutes. Sorry, Nacho. It's supposed to be 26. I went over a minute. You guys got an extra minute today for free. I was like, oops. Y luego le di a todos los botones. I don't know. Well, here we are. We're back. No problem. Nothing we can't handle. Nada que no podemos soportar aquí. All right, amigos, we're going to kick off the second half of the show with today's homophones. We've also got our Say What soundbite for the third time. And we've got our spelling bee, we've got movies, we've got music, we've got a little bit of everything up ahead. And I see we've got some people participating here in our pop quiz. All right, we'll take a look at those answers. All right, amigos. So are you ready? You want to play? You want a challenge? All right, I got challenges for you. Let me take a look at our homophones. Might be difficult today. I think it might be a bit difficult, yeah. We'll see. Maybe not. But you know how this works, amigos. I give you the word, then I give you the second word. You tell me what the words are, and if they sound exactly the same. In today's Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, these are your homophones. The first word is for people who love our oceans. Some of you might love to go scuba diving. You say buceo. Scuba diving. Snorkeling es cuando no llevas el aparato. Snorkeling versus scuba. Scuba stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Toma. So this word you've seen. Why? There are famous flip-flops that have this name. And it's a really easy way to remember then how to say arrecife. O sea, piensa así. Porque llevo mis chanclas arrecife, puedo pisar la roca, ¿no? La parte, because remember, they're usually jagged, ¿no? No es que deberías pisar arrecifes. You know what I'm saying, guys. Pero si lo asocias, con estos puedo pisar la roca con puntas donde están todos los moluscos, all right. Hey, if it helps, it helps. I know you know the word, because these are probably, if I'm not mistaken, the most famous brand of flip-flops in the world. Maybe I'm wrong. I know I've seen them here in Spain, though, and in the United States, and in Asia. So they are famous. The word is arrecife. Arrecife. That is the first word. And the second word, I don't know if you'll be familiar with this one, but this is, bueno, en música, es ostinato. Frase que se repite. Okay, so on a guitar, it's the so I'm making up the song, me invento la canción. Okay, it also means something improvised. So kind of makes sense here. You're improvising. To improvise. And if we add another word, which we'll take a look at it, is chusma, gentuza. Pero eso ya es añadiendo otra palabra, que lo veremos, okay? So, the first word, arrecife, okay? The second word is ostinato. Frase que se repite. Also, it's improvisar as well. Okay, piensa si estás improvisando. ¿Qué estás haciendo? Improvisando. Same word. All right? Good luck, my amigos. Those are your two words. We'll see if you're familiar with them and if you know if they sound the same or not. And what have we got to do? Oh, right. Our Say What soundbite for the third time. Write down what you hear, amigos.
I don't understand how kids could run the roof getting a frisbee.
I don't understand what you're saying, sir. You're mumbling. What were the children doing on the roof? I've lived in houses my whole life. I have 5 children. I have 13 grandchildren. I never saw them on the roof. If a frisbee ends up on a roof, only one person has to go up there and get it.
¿Quieres estar al tanto de todas nuestras promociones en la Vaughan Esfera? Well, now you can be in the loop. Puedes estar al tanto. Puedes enterarte de ofertas, novedades y eventos. Y mucho más. Puedes encontrar todo eso en grupovaughan.com/cursos destacados. Eso es, en grupovaughan.com/cursos destacados. Ahí tendrás toda la información de última hora. Guárdalo como favorito. grupovaughan.com/cursos destacados. And stay in the loop.
That's right, amigos. More information, go to grupovaughan.com/cursos destacados. All right, let's see what we've got over here. We've gotten our Say What soundbite out of the way. We've got to take a look at our homophones as well and see if anybody else gave us some portmanteaus. Let's see. Chris says, sorry, I was too busy with the Say What. I'm not hangry at all. Sometimes my life is like a sitcom. Great ones. Those are very, very used. So hangry, which we looked at, and sitcom. Nice job, Chris. Let me get that applause for you. And she says, I meant the interviewer had said she was mumbling, I think. And the one who was mumbling was him. Okay, I don't know who the interviewer is. That's what it is. All right, so it's 2 people having a conversation. Is she the interviewer? All right, well, you've got the general idea. But let's see. I meant the interviewer had said she was mumbling. Okay, but I thought it was he that was mumbling. That's what I'm confused about, the she mumbling here. Okay. All right. Yeah, but I like you said, I think the one who was mumbling was him. Yeah, definitely. Right? So, all right, let's see what we've got in our homophones. Chris Valrol says the 2 words correctly. And she says, I'd say they're not homophones. All right. The first word is reef, right? There's a coral reef. The one in Australia, the famous one, is called the Great Barrier Reef. Those flip-flops are called reef, right? I can't walk on the reef barefoot. Well, here, use my reefs. This is a good way to remember, because si ya sabes la marca, pues saber que es arrecife. It's not an easy word in Spanish. Arrecife? Arrecife? So reef is the first word. The second word is riff. Lo conocéis de guitarra, un riff. Pero no se pronuncia riff, como lo decís a la española. It's riff. So they are not homophones. Great, Chris. The reggae musician, you say reggae? I think we say reggae, right? Reggae music. The reggae musician played a riff on the reef. He was riffing, improvisando. To riff. R-I. Acuérdate, no es riff. En español se, tócate un riff. Pero en inglés estás diciendo, tócate un arrecife. En inglés es riff. Say it with me. Riff. Riff rhymes with stiff. Tieso, right? So it's always good to rhyme words. Reef rhymes with leaf. See? Leaf and riff, totally different. So there you go. Great job, Chris Valrol. She says, once I attended a jam session. Oh, yeah. When my friends come over, as you know, I have the home studio here. Well, we start jamming. We start riffing. Great vocabulary word there. To jam, to riff. All right. We've got a jam now. ¿Qué significa eso? Tenemos que movernos. We got to jam. Tenemos que irnos. Not on the show, but to the next section. I just wanted to take a look at a couple more portmanteaus that I think you should know. For example, biopic or biopic. Esto es interesante porque es como GIF and GIF. Hay gente que dice GIF y hay gente que dice GIF. So this one too, biopic or biopic. Yo digo biopic porque no sé, me sube. But it's a biography plus a picture. Movie, so a biographical movie about a real person's life. They're very popular these days, biopics or biopics. You've got infomercial. What do you call that? You say teletienda. We call it an infomercial because they're giving you information about a product in a commercial, right? En un anuncio, okay? A mockumentary, we already looked at mocktail. So mocking a documentary, un documental falso. The show Modern Family is written in a mockumentary style because they talk to the camera, so it's almost like we've seen this style become quite popular, mockumentaries. Spinal Tap, This Is Spinal Tap, that famous movie, that's like one of the quintessential, right? Por excelencia, that's one of the quintessential mockumentaries. Prequel. Well, sequel is the one that comes after it. Prequels, because they're running out of ideas in Hollywood. They say, well, ¿qué pasó antes de la historia en vez de contar el futuro? And that's where we get now this boom of prequels, right? Let's see. A telethon. No sé cómo se dice esto en español. Vamos a mirarlo. A telethon is a telephone marathon. Maratón televisivo. Bueno, parecido, ¿no? Not telephone, television marathon, claro. Bueno, porque también la gente llamaba para donar antiguamente. I thought it was from that. Mm-hmm. So es cuando tienen una ONG, tiene un evento, estamos a 20,000 de llegar a nuestro. That's called a telethon in English. Again, a mix of two words, right? Let's see, Brexit. Britain plus exit, right? Smog, we are looking at. Oh, here's one. Shrinkflation. To shrink es encoger, and inflation. ¿Qué es esto? Esto es cuando te venden algo y viene ahora en vez de 80 gramos, 60, pero viene en el mismo. You know who did this? Toblerone. And they were brilliant about it. You know how they did it? They made bigger spaces. So the bar, the chocolate bar, looked like it was the same size. But what they did is they put more air in there. They put the spaces between the chocolates, and that was I saw a picture of it. I shared it on Twitter. If you guys are on Twitter, you'll find it. What else? A fortnight. Esto es más británico que americano. A fortnight, 14 nights. ¿No? 2 semanas. A fortnight, 15 days, vamos a decir. What else? This is an interesting one because a shepherd herds sheep. Now, it's not sheps, sheep. Y sheep es el plural, no hay una S ahí. So that's another one. Splatter. Mira, esta es una que usábamos de toda la vida, pero I had no idea. To splatter something is when something gets wet. Oh, man, you splattered all over the wall. It's a mix of splash and spatter. Let's see, splatter. He splattered paint all over the wall. Salpicar, manchar, splatter. So there are many words that we use and we have no idea. Even the word Velcro. Did you know that? Velcro, velvet, terciopelo, crochet. So again, it's pretty crazy anymore that let's see. Blog is a web log, una bitácora en la web. So that word is, how much do we hear the word blog these days? It's incredible. Blog. Malware, malicious software. Creo que eso es fácil porque mal en español. Malware. Netiquette. Did you know this one? It's the etiquette, el comportamiento that you should have on the internet. not trolling people, not, calling people names. So netiquette. He doesn't have very good netiquette. He always shares very offensive pictures, right? Pixel. No lo sabía. Pixel. Picture element. That's incredible. See. So, let's see. Spam. ¿Conoce spam? No digo el de internet. Pero spam es como un jamón, un chopet de estos, you call them. And it literally comes from spiced ham. Jamón especiado, right? I hear they love that stuff in Hawaii. Even frappuccino. Frappe, cappuccino, right? Cronut, we looked at those. Popsicle. This is un polo. And then there's a lot, too, you'll find with, for example, animals. You'll have a zonkey. That's when a zebra and a donkey have a baby. It's a zonkey, right? Or if a goat and a sheep have a child, it's called a geep. Yeah. When there's, mixing between different breeds of animals. So there you go, my amigos, some portmanteaus for you. And now it's time for today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
All right, amigos, it is time for our Spelling Bee. Oh, what I forgot to tell you before, the word riff, remember I said, si le añadimos otra cosa al final, riffraff. Riffraff means gentuza. That place is full of riffraff, chusma. So that's not reef, that's the second word, añadiendo R-A-F-F. Okay, you can add it with a hyphen or without a hyphen. They're both accepted, amigos. All right, so we don't want any riffraff here on the show, do we? No way. So it's time for our Spelling Bee. It is round 1 of our Spelling Bee. This is the round where I am going to make you sweat. Let's capitalize the first letter of every word. Good luck. The first word is A-L-E-C space B-A-L-D-W-I-N. The next one is H-A-L-Y-N-A space H-U-T-C-H-I-N-S. The third one is J-O-E-L space S-O-U-Z-A. The fourth one is B-O-N-A-N-Z-A space C-R-E-E-K space R-A-N-C-H. The fifth one, N-E-W space M-E-X-I-C-O. And the sixth one is R-U-S-T. Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831. Or you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you.
That's right, amigos. Vaughn groups. Also, you got 1-to-1. You've got Masters. You've got Vaughn Town. You've got Weekend Town. You've got Disney Vaughn English for the kids. Again, stop by grupovaughn.com/cursos destacados, and you can find out about all our options, including our latest material, 365 días del inglés, 365 days of English. I don't think I have to tell you what it's about, but it's about learning a new structure, a new grammar point every day. And at the end of the year, you'll have a lot under your belt. En tu haber. All right, going once, going twice. I'm taking a look at today's spelling bee. Giving you another 5 or 10 seconds here, and then we're going to hit round 2. All right. Okay, here we go again. The first one is ALEC space BALDWIN. The second one is HALYNA space HUTCHINS. The third one is JOEL space SOUZA. The fourth one is BONANZA space CREEK space RANCH. The fifth one, NEW space MEXICO. And the last one is RUST. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, Chris Valrol taking a stab at it over here. The first one is correct. Nice. The second one is also correct. So far, so good. The third one is perfect. The fourth one is nope. All right, let's see the fifth one. Fifth one, we're missing something as well. And the sixth one is okay. So 4 out of 6, not bad, not bad. Oh, she's coming back over here. Okay. The first one is correct. The second one's correct. Third one's correct, like last time. The fourth one, oh no. Oh no. Well, the fifth one's correct and the sixth one. All right, well, Chris, you came the closest to perfection. You came the closest, but it's weird because the word that you put Bob with 3 letters has like 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 7 letters. So that's weird. I don't know how we got from 7 to 3 letters there. All right. Well, amigos, we've got to go to a quick commercial break right now. We'll be right back. We've got our triple trouble. Yeah, you heard right. Triple trouble today. We're going to listen to our Say What soundbite for the 4th time. We've got Name That Movie. We've got Famous Birthdays and so much more. Oh, and we'll take a look at your spelling bee, what these words had in common. That and so much more when we come back. So if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Hey amigos, welcome back. Oh, welcome back, folks. This is part 4 of today's show with no name. And don't forget to send me your question of the week for this week. Send it to me ASAP. You'll be doing me a big favor, because the end of the week is always hectic. So the sooner the better. I guess that's with everything in life, right? Not everything. Orgasms? All right, shut up, Alberto, shut up. That's why I avoid blanket statements. A blanket statement, una afirmación manta, is generalizations. Always, never avoid those words, especially in English, because English is a language of exceptions, amigos. So accept no imitations. But hey, if we know what those exceptions are, if we know the places where the language can be a little bit tricky, like homophones, and well, we work on it. We demystify the language so it's your friend and not your foe. Foe es otra forma de decir enemigo. We looked at the word frenemy before as well. All right, don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and everywhere else you want to be. Folks, it's time for triple trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
All right, I lied. It wasn't a triple trouble. I looked at it wrong, and I thought it was a triple trouble, but it's not. You lucked out. Habéis tenido suerte. It's only a double trouble, so I won't make you sweat as much. It's one that we looked at. Do you remember, a lot of times here on the show, what happens is, a word comes up, and I'm like, this is a good double trouble. And then I grab my trusty pen and I write it down. And what happens after that? You'll see it in a future show. So anytime you see me grab my pen, if you're watching, if you're listening, there's no way to know it. But a lot of times I say it. A lot of times I'm like, this is a good double trouble. And so that means pay attention, because we may see it in the future. And this is one of those. We looked at it in our homophone section, and now we're seeing it in double trouble. Here we go. Not today. We looked at it at homophones a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. All right. Ella le quiso, pero era en vano. Supongo que él era demasiado vanidoso. We looked at it. I want everybody to participate in this one. I think it's that easy, especially if you're a regular viewer or listener of this program. So, ella le quiso, pero era en vano. Supongo que él era demasiado vanidoso. Also, let me give you today's Say What soundbite. This is the 4th listen.
I don't understand how the kids could run the roof getting a Frisbee.
I don't understand what you're saying, sir. You're mumbling. What were the children doing on the roof? I've lived in houses my whole life. I have 5 children. I have 13 grandchildren. I never saw them on the roof. If a Frisbee ends up on a roof, only one person has to go up there and get it.
Howdy, Richard Vaughn here, founder and host of Vaughn Radio. Meet my amazing team.
Hello there. This is Julia from the Let's Get Random show. Let's navigate life together, practicing our English.
Hi, this is Kyle Miller. I present the Drive Time Show every day at 6 o'clock on Vaughn Radio.
Hi, this is Jimena.
Y yo soy Nacho.
And you can listen to us every day on Test Your English
A las 12:30.
at 12:30. Tune in.
This is Fitz from No Excuses. Let's get ready to rumble. Come rumble with me on No Excuses.
This is Chris with Frankly Speaking. The doors open every night at 7:30. Let's talk soon.
Hi, this is Dave Boyes from The Salad. Join us every day, live at 5.
Hey, it's Alberto Alonso from The Show with No Name. And don't forget about Rob, Andy, Ruby, and Tino.
Download our free app, Vaughan Radio or Vaughan Radio, and learn English with all of us on the go.
You know it, folks. You can learn English all day long with your favorite teachers and favorite programs if you have the Vaughan Radio app. It doesn't matter what continent you live in. You'll always be able to access our app as long as you have a data plan, which I think most people, that's why you get a phone now. You don't really, you make more data phone calls than you do probably normal, right? If you're me, at least. So, all right, let's take a look at our double trouble and see if anybody got it. Chris says, I'm totally overwhelmed. Sorry, I miss BTI. We miss him, but we've got to fill his shoes. Let's see. Chris says, she loved him, but in vain. I guess he was too vain. Yes! You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain, you're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Great song, Carly Simon. There's also a version, it's not the same song, but they use that, don't you? And it's Marilyn Manson. Is it Marilyn Manson? Or I think it's Starfuckers Incorporated. It's 9 Inch Nails, I think. Starfuckers Inc. Yeah, Starfuckers Inc. Follador de Estrella. It's a song about Marilyn Manson that his former producer wrote. So Trent Reznor was one of the producers of one of Marilyn Manson's albums. And they had a falling out, un desacuerdo. And well, this song was written called Starfuckers Inc. for Marilyn Manson. And he goes, you probably think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? So it's a lot darker. Cool song, though. And you want to know a crazy story? I was at a 9 Inch Nails concert. 9 Inch Nails. I love 9 Inch Nails. It was at Madison Square Garden. I can remember where I was sitting. I remember everything. And then all of a sudden, Trent Reznor, he's also the guy who did The Social Network. The guy's won awards like Oscars for his music, not just his industrial heavy music, but also for his soundtracks, for scoring movies. Very, very talented. Trent Reznor as a producer as well. In fact, 9 Inch Nails is him. Like, if you like 9 Inch Nails, he records it all. He's the drummer. He's the singer. Now, when he goes on tour, he brings a band with him. But really, really interesting. So I'm sitting there, and we're seeing 9 Inch Nails, and all of a sudden, it's time to play Starfuckers Inc. ¿No? Follador de estrellas, de celebrities, incorporated, ¿no? Como empresa, S.A. And he says, I'm going to call a friend out to sing this with me. And Marilyn Manson came on stage. Yeah, it was pretty insane. They hadn't, at that time, they were not speaking. They wrote songs against each other, right? They had a falling out, es la frase, un desacuerdo grande. And so when Trent Reznor says, my friend Marilyn Manson's going to join me on this one, I was like, oh my God, we're watching music history right now, because these two couldn't stand each other. No se aguantaban because of, their professional dealings and things. And who knows, probably their personalities too. They clashed, no, chocaron, like Clash of the Titans, choque los titanes, right? Same thing. And then after Starfuckers Incorporated, they played Beautiful People. So they played Marilyn Manson's song, which was popular at that moment. and the whole place went absolutely insane. You know, one of those nights where you're like, oh my God, what's going on? They couldn't even be in the same room, and now they're singing each other's songs together. And that's the kind of stuff that happens, como dicen, only in New York, folks. No, hay una frase, esto solo pasa en New York, amigos. O sea, no lo van a hacer en Kentucky. Si hacen un reunion, it's going to be in New York. That's the way it works. And if something insane or, something unbelievable happens, usually it's in New York. And that's on the U.S. scale over there. So, all right, my amigos. Yeah, that's the perfect translation. She loved him, but in vain. In vain. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. I don't want to wait in vain. I don't want to wait in vain. Bob Marley. And then you've got You're So Vain. So I've given you two awesome songs with the word vain, which is en vano, muy fácil en español esa parte, en vanidoso. All right, so great job. Chris Val Roll. Listen to both songs. All three. You're So Vain. Starfuckers Inc., which plays with that song, uses part of the chorus. And then also, what was the other one? Not Beautiful People. You're So Vain, Starfuckers Incorporated. Oh, and Bob Marley. I don't want to wait. It's called Waiting in Vain. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. Wonderful, wonderful job. Let's see, Chris taking a stab at today's Say What soundbite. It looks awesome. Great job, Chris Val Roll. Wonderful job. Also, guys, we need to look at our spelling bee words. And the reason we took a look at these words is today in the year 2021, a shooting occurred during a shoot. Fijaos. Un tiroteo durante, o un disparo durante un rodaje. Why? I hear a lot of people say, I have a shooting tomorrow. No. You can, no en inglés. You can say, I'm shooting tomorrow, como verbo, estoy rodando. Pero ya si dices, un rodaje es a shoot. We have a shoot tomorrow. No, un disparo, un rodaje. So a shooting occurred at a shoot. You might recognize the story. They were filming the movie Rust. It's a Western movie. And Alec Baldwin, who is number one in our spelling bee, discharged one of his prop weapons that he was using. And it was loaded. Well, that bullet killed the director of photography, Helena Hutchins. And also the director, Joel Souza, was also injured. So that's number one, Alec Baldwin. Number two, Helena Hutchins. Number three, Joel Souza. And number four was Bonanza Creek Ranch. A creek es un arroyo. Bonanza, not Bob, Chris. You said Bob. It's Bonanza Creek Ranch. It's in New Mexico, which is number 5. And the name of the movie is called Rust, which was number 6. And speaking of movies, it's time for Name That Movie. Name That Movie. Yes. All right, this is a classic, folks. This is a classic. Let's see if you get it. It's a classic based on a classic. So it's like an adaptation of a classic that became a classic in itself. So what does that mean? It's a timeless story. La historia gana. O sea, porque ganó cuando se salió y luego esto que it was loosely based on it. And this was a huge hit as well. 2 youngsters from rival New York City gangs fall in love. So 2 youngsters, dos jovenzuelos, from rival, you say rival, we say rival. Rival New York City gangs, bandas, fall in love, se enamoran. But tensions between their respective friends build toward tragedy. Okay, van en crescendo hasta la tragedia, right? So the tensions build, van subiendo, se aumentan would be the translation. Anybody recognize it? About two gangs in New York. Two youngsters from rival New York City gangs fall in love, but tensions between their respective friends build toward tragedy. And again, it's based on, I'll tell you what it's based on. Romeo and Juliet. Yeah. All right. So that's a classic tale, right? So this is a classic musical based on that classic tale. Ladies and gentlemen, our movie queen, Chris Valrol. It's West Side Story. West Side Story. It's a classic one. The songs, I Want to Live in America. I mean, one after the other. This is a masterpiece. Even if you don't like musicals, I think it's a masterpiece. So it's called West Side Story in English. No sé cómo se llama en español, right? West Side Story. And it came out in the year 1961. So my mom was like a teenager. That's incredible, you know, when you think about that. And I remember seeing it when I was a kid and enjoying every minute of it. So let's take a look at the scene that I've chosen. The character riff. Hey, wait a second. Riff, like improvisar, like un riff de una guitarra? Yeah, riff, pero no riff, riff. The cat, maybe because he's hangs out with riffraff, gentuza. Now you know the word riff. Maybe because he's always riffing with his friends, you know, improvisando. So Riff says, we got to stand up to them, Doc. It's important. We got to stand up to them. Tenemos que defendernos, enfrentarnos a ellos, to stand up to them, right? And Doc says, fighting over a little piece of street is so important. Pelear sobre un trocito de calle es tan importante. And Action says, to us it is. Para nosotros sí lo es. And Doc says, to hoodlums it is. And a hoodlum is riffraff too. Rufián, matón, gorila. A hoodlum. Okay? And that's what he's calling him, a hoodlum. So he goes, to hoodlums it is. Para vosotros, los matones, pues sí que lo es. And then Action says, who you calling a hoodlum? ¿A quién estás llamando un matón, un abusón? And Doc says, war councils, ¿no? Concejales de guerra. Like, deberíais, ¿no? Como poneros de acuerdo is what he's saying, like what they do in a war. And Action says, don't start, Doc. No empieces otra vez con eso. And he says, do you hear me, Doc? And Doc says, when I was your age, típica frase de mayor. And Action says, when you was my age, it was when you were, pero no hablan bien porque they're gangsters, right? So when you was my age, when my old man was my age, when my brother, that's how they pronounce it. When my brother was my age, you never was my age. None of you. You never were. Pero bueno, otra vez, don't learn English from him. And the sooner you creeps get hip to that, and the sooner creeps, bichos raros, get hip to that, os ponéis, lo entendéis, to get hip to something. Es un poco anticuado eso, to get hip to it. Are you hip to it? ¿Lo entiendes? ¿Lo sigues? The sooner you'll dig us. And to dig es cavar, pero en este caso es nos caerás bien. I dig you, me caes bien, me gusta, no? I like you, I dig you. I dig snowboarding, I dig roller coasters. To dig. And he goes, I'll dig you an early grave. That's what I'll dig. So he's playing with the double meaning. He's like, ¿sí? Molar? Pues yo te cavo. I don't know how they translated. Te voy a cavar una tumba antes de tiempo. So I'm going to dig you an early grave. It's playing with that double meaning of you dig, que también tiene tres significados. So I dig you. Me molas. Okay. You dig, me sigues, you dig, and I'm going to go dig a hole. So in the end, they're playing with that word. So I don't know. That's interesting. It would be interesting to see how they translated that joke in English. All right, amigo, in Spanish, I mean. Let's move on to famous birthday trivia. All right. Oh, it's West Side Story in Spanish. All right. So here's my question, and I know you don't know the answer, Chris. This is more of a hypothetical question. Entonces, ¿por qué no nos hemos quedado con Bad Boys en vez de Dos Policías Rebeldes? Like, queda claro, no? Chicos malotes. I don't know. Like, it's not that difficult, the English. So some of them is like, bueno, esa tampoco requiere traducción. Pues algunos creen que sí, otros. So that's an interesting one because West Side Story, un cuento del West Side of Manhattan. So it's interesting how they choose to translate some and then to not translate other ones. All right. Number one, this is a classic South African English, South African / English, barra Inglés, keyboard player and producer. He is the best known as the founding member of the band. I can't say it because that's his name. Also, Chapter 3 and Earth Band. Pero no te puedo decir because that's his name. What songs might you know of theirs? You might know do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. Do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. She looked good, looked fine, and she nearly blew my mind. Singing classic. All right. Number 2, talking about a classic. I'll say one word, and you're going to know who it is. Leia. Siegel? Okay, well, we were talking about prequels before, right? And sequels. We don't even know where we are in the Star Wars universe. Where are we again? So she was Leia, but she was also in When Harry Met Sally, The Blues Brothers, The Women. I mean, she's known forever as Leia, but she's also been in some of the greatest movies ever, really. And she's won awards. She's been nominated for so many awards. And sadly, she died pretty young. She was not that old. She was younger than my mother. My mother was born in 51. This person was born in 56, and she passed in 2016. And last but not least, this lady is a judge in New York City, a judge / television host, and she does a program in Manhattan. She was a former prosecutor and a Manhattan family court judge. And in 1996, she started doing a show called Judge, su nombre. And I think she's probably one of the greatest, fairest judges ever. In fact, she won the Guinness Book of World Records because there are many of these court shows, no? En Estados Unidos, al menos, de un juicio. But she took the cake. Se llevó la palma. And the longest-serving television arbitrator in a courtroom-themed programming history. So she is one of a kind. She's sassy. She's unapologetic. And her bullshit meter, su medidor de tonterías, de gilipolleces, es súper buena. Right away, she goes, "You're lying, sir." You watch it. You got to watch her. And she's got that New York. Sir, I don't believe you. You're lying. Now shut up. This is my courtroom. You have spoken enough, sir. She's awesome. You want to see that New York, no bullshit attitude? It's her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chris Valrol. Number 1, Manfred Mann. Number 2, Carrie Fisher. And number 3, Judge Judy. Bueno, her name is Judy Scheindlin. She's not African-American. She's Jewish. Es judía. And a New Yorker. She's a New Yorker, so she'll go after you. And Judge Judy, I love her. And this is Judge Judy in our Say What soundbite. The guy says something, well, frisbee on the roof. He really is mumbling. And she goes, I don't understand what you're saying, sir. You're mumbling. To mumble is... What were the children doing on the roof? ¿Qué hacían los niños en la azotea? Okay? I've lived at houses my whole life. I have 5 children. I have 13 grandchildren. I never saw them on the roof. Nunca les vi a un niño subido a una azotea. Es absurdo. Como, tengo hijos, tengo casa, y eso no se hace. And she goes, if a frisbee ends up on a roof, only one person has to go up there and get it. And she's saying tú, como el responsable, right? So this is Judge Judy not taking any shit from anyone.
I don't understand how the kids could run the roof getting a frisbee.
I don't understand what you're saying, sir. You're mumbling. What were the children doing on the roof? I've lived in houses my whole life. I have 5 children. I have 13 grandchildren. I never saw them on the roof. If a frisbee ends up on a roof, only one person has to go up there and get it.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, amigos. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll be back tomorrow with more. Ciao for now.